Hey gang, I'm reviewing Congress Street. So, I've done one review of this, um, and that was a while back. That was like my 100th video review. Now I'm at like close to 700. Excuse me, but it seems like this beer has been the perennially consistent, awesome beer from Trillium ever since day one. I've never had a bad batch of this. Can't say that for a lot of their other beers. Especially their like one-off beers or their kind of rarity beers. Those are the ones where you never know. But I've always really enjoyed Congress Street. This was canned 15 days ago. And of course features the Galaxy hops. This is one of the first beers this is probably the first hazy beer I had that was all about Galaxy hops. And I remember the first time I had it, I was just like kind of confused about what flavors were happening. Because I've had probably Galaxy hops and blends and IPAs and things, but not brewed in the hazy style and not prominently featured. Like this one uses Columbus hops for bittering, just like all the other streets. But you know, the main flavoring hop is Galaxy, and they have definitely gotten better at the whole head retention. Or maybe Congress Street always had great head retention. It was their other beers like Headroom and things that didn't have it, but this looks great. Very hazy, not too dark, a nice orange, and a fantastic creamy soapy head. And it has that green Galaxy pop that's a little bit like menthol, but not toothpaste or overly minty levels. And then lots of unripe tropical fruits. That's just how I describe it. It's like unripe pineapple. I used to describe Galaxy and like Southern Hemisphere greenness from hops as being like eucalyptus. And we finally got some eucalyptus branches, and I'm like, that doesn't quite smell the same. It's not quite exactly menthol, but I think it's closer to menthol than eucalyptus. And when you really inhale, it's like pineapple and orange. It's actually smelling like pretty ripe pineapple right now. It's just all the green qualities affect the fruit, how I perceive the fruitiness. It smells very good. Really big mouthfeel. Pretty soft, not velvety, but a nice thick beer. It's 7.2% alcohol, so a pretty big IPA, and it shows it with its body. I wonder if I did a blind taste testing of this, if I might think it was like a double IPA, but of course it's only like, less than a percentage away from what we call double IPAs. It's a nice, clean, spicy finish. And one of the things I like about the classic Trillium IPA profile is that it's like, there's malt in here, there's yeast in here. Like I don't get a lot of yeast esters like I do with a lot of other breweries. It seems like their yeast just really pushes the hops to the front and supports it with maybe a little bit of fruitiness, but I don't notice a lot of estery things that I know are yeast flavors. And I also don't really taste any barley or wheat or any grains like I do with some other IPAs. And I do like that in my IPAs, honestly. Since I've been having more and more of these hazy IPAs, I've been like, oh, sometimes these Treehouse and these Hill Farmstead IPAs are juicy and have barley flavor, and they have so much going on, and they're ultra soft. Actual barley flavor is not a bad thing, but I do enjoy the Trillium character. Just how it just seems like it's pure hop juice, Yeah. And even though Galaxy, for the past year or two, hasn't really been my favorite hop, I still really enjoy this beer. I think there are a lot of beers where the Galaxy character is just so strong. It just seems like it overpowers every other hop. I always really notice Galaxy in a blend. What Galaxy does also is cover up off flavors and problems and things, and that's why it's such a popular hop. Also, I think, and in general, why IPAs are super popular because there are so many made these days that have lots of teeny little problems, and in my reviews I'm mainly just picking them out. But the explosion of hops really covers it up well. But this one, there's nothing wrong with this. This is a fantastic beer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, the head died down, but we got a little lacing and a cap of foam on there. It's not like some of these hazy IPAs that have literally no foam and carbonation is lacking, feel is all weird. There's nothing weird and medicinal about this. It actually has a good amount of bitterness too, which I like, and it's not in the form of hot burn also. Sometimes Trillium has that super astringent bite that builds up in the back of your throat. This one might have a little bit of that by the end. That's what my girlfriend says, like the bottom of Congress Street is a little burning. But that's also just kind of Trillium's character a little bit, but it's definitely palatable in this beer, and especially in the 4-point series. I did a review, I think, of Galaxy 4-point last summer. It was just a fantastic batch. And it seems like the 4-point series are much lower in the bitterness. That's maybe why they call them pale ales, even though they're 6.6% alcohol, which is very strong for a pale ale. But they're way lower in the bitterness. The Street series seems to actually have IPA levels of bitterness, and I enjoy that too. Yeah, this is a 4.5 plus beer for sure. I think it sold out pretty quickly when they released it because they don't seem like they're producing quite as much these days for obvious reasons. But next batch of Congress Street that comes out, give it a try if you haven't had it in a while. It's very, very nice. And honestly, you don't need double dry hopping for this. This is so much flavor and so intense that I'm pretty happy with the regular version. That's it. Bye bye.